It is time for the pace car to make its way onto pit road, and that means that Cole Custer, Christopher Bell making up row one, bring the field to the green flag of the Ford EcoBoost 300.
Bell spun his tires huge on the inside. That stacked this bottom line up.
And quickly the top line has taken advantage of that.
First mistake in a long race. Christopher Bell spinning the tires on the green flag.
He falls into fourth after both Reddick and Justin Allgaier were able to get by. And different lines around this racetrack. We'll see them dive to the bottom of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. And then we'll also see them run right up against the wall in 3 and 4. And at points, they'll be running right up against the wall and never leave the wall.
And Tyler Reddick in that 9 car already to the middle of the racetrack. You see most cars on the bottom, trying to make the bottom work on new tires. Reddick already in the middle.
You mentioned Tyler or Christopher Bell spinning his tires on the start of this race. Let's look back on that.
Yeah, right here you can see he's approaching the start zone. The flagman starts the race, spins the rear tires, huge, but look what happens behind him. That allows Elliott Sadler to get underneath the 22 of Cindric. Cindric has fallen all the way back to 11th, started 5th. It all started with that restart.
Well, we're going to talk about this. It's not just 4 playoff cars on the racetrack. Everyone else is out there as well trying to win a race. So kudos to John Hunter Nemechek. That was a chance he had to really affect this race, starting right behind the championship contender, Christopher Bell, but he did a nice job, no contact. Christopher Bell takes the hard left to go to the bottom. And Jeff, here's the difficult part. He's going to be by the 42, but will he be by him on corner exit? Will he be able to slide him in front of the 42, and will the 42 leave him room? He does. 42 is going to try to cross him over, though.
That's okay, though. So Bell got the spot he really wanted. He kind of wanted to get on the outside of the 42. The 42, see what he did? He entered high. He didn't go to the bottom. See how that works out? Kind of pushed Christopher Bell out of the lane. Not, almost contact. Not pushing physically, but that air kind of pushed Bell up out of the groove.
We heard Bell cautiously getting back into the gas there as they came out of turn 4.
And so then what just happened right there, John Hunter knew that Christopher Bell had done that by driving on him by running the bottom. So what did John Hunter do? Once he got that spot back, he took the bottom. He said, okay, I'm not going to let that happen again. I'm going to take the air away from you, run the bottom. Now Christopher Bell is trying to make the middle work.
Just 2 to go in stage 1. It's gone quick, Steve.
Well, it has. It's only 45 laps. I think Cole Custer's doing a nice job of just managing it. Got out there to a couple second lead. You see him a good car width and a half, maybe 2 car widths off the wall. Daniel Hemrick is really the surprise behind Cole Custer. He has got through traffic running the bottom and has run down the 00. And here's another one, the 7 of Justin Allgaier seems to be settling in. This will be for the 4th position.
Now the 4 championship contenders, points don't matter. But behind them, points matter a lot. The guys who are still fighting for that 5th spot or 6th in the points or 7th, those are the guys like Justin Allgaier who every spot they can get before the end of this stage is very important. John Hunter Nemechek. He continues to race hard against Justin Allgaier. Now to the bottom of the racetrack for the final time in this stage. Cole Custer is going to see the green and white checkered flag. He'll win stage 1. Custer on the outside, Reddick on the inside.
Second start in a row that the 00's really got a nice launch out of that outside line.
Christopher Bell in the 20, that yellow number 20. 4th, as we see a big run by John Hunter Nemechek, goes by Tyler Reddick on the inside, and now 3 wide for position behind them. As you see Hemrick in the 21 trying to get by the 7 and the 18 on the bottom of the racetrack on those fresh Goodyear tires.
This is why that track position is so important. Daniel Hemrick had worked himself up to 2nd place. Now he's back here in the middle of this mess. He needed to be restart on that front row. Much easier up there.
Winner of the race, if it's one of the championship 4, guarantee themselves the championship. But we mentioned spoilers, the possibility of someone coming in and winning the race other than the championship 4. And right now it looks like John Hunter Nemechek, the strongest contender to race up front, as he's taken 2nd away from Tyler Reddick running the bottom of the racetrack in that 42, but trying to chase down the 00 of Cole Custer.
You know, this stage racing has changed how drivers attack the races, how crew chiefs call the races, and now here, the biggest race of the year, no points, no stage points. Nothing matters but a championship. And you keep saying it, Rick, while a win isn't required, we think that might be just what it takes because the competition's so good.
Under 4 laps to go now for Cole Custer if he wants to continue the domination. But the problem is the gap has closed to now under 0.4 of a second. Here comes John Hunter Nemechek.
Well, it's decision time now for the 00. If he wants to stay in front of this 42, Jeff, I think he needs to move up. Maybe not to make his car better, but to take that lane away from the 42, force the 42 into a different lane.
Yeah, right now with 3 to go, I think he's okay. I think he's in good shape. He can still run 3/4 up. Not completely taking that air away, but taking enough away. John Hunter's not going to go past you, I don't think. He's not, if you don't give him an outer lane. I think right now Cole Custer doing the right thing. 2 to go. Stay out of the wall.
So you mentioned it right there. Oh, look at this. John Hunter says, I'm not making enough ground. I'm going to make a run around the bottom. That is tough sledding this late in a run.
Steve, they told him you need to try that at some point because the 21 is making a lot of hay on that low line. I guess that was the try.
Yeah, ooh, that was a rough time for the try because he lost a ton of time. The 00 is now way off the front bumper of the 00, but in a little bit of traffic for the 00, Jeff.
Yeah, but I think it's okay. I think he was far enough back. He wasn't going to catch him anyway. I'd go run the bottom again. Now's the time to try something. You can learn something. Nobody's behind you. You're not going to lose a spot for it. Try to run the bottom. See if you can learn how to do it in case you're going to need to later on in the race.
Or potentially give information to your crew chief and crew as to what adjustments you might need to make if we continue to see long runs, which we have not seen a caution come out with the exception of the end of stage 1. And now on this last lap of stage 2, Cole Custer continuing that domination. It will be 90 laps led added on to the over 180 that he led a year ago. And once again, he sees the green and white checkered flag. Stage 2 winner, Cole Custer. Here comes the start of stage 3. And what a move early. Christopher Bell on the inside looked as though he was going to get by the 42, but powering by on the outside was John Hunter Nemechek.
So now Cole Custer in that unfamiliar territory. Now he's got to try to work himself dirty air, try to find a way around these guys. Hadn't seen it all weekend long or last year.
Christopher Bell closed the door on that advancement by Custer. And so now Bell running second. Cole Custer is third. Right behind him, Daniel Hemrick.
And remember, Christopher Bell right now, he's in that championship position. He doesn't have to win this race. Just got to be the first guy of all those championship contenders.
Tyler Reddick, the man on the move. He was able to get by Daniel Hemrick. Now he's passed Christopher Bell. Sets his sights on the 00 of Cole Custer. Tyler Reddick, the underdog, coming in, a series rookie, running for Junior Motorsports, and could he win the championship today?
Well, you just said it, Junior Motorsports. Jeff, you know how much Dale Jr. loves running the top. Wherever he's at right now, the big grin to see his car riding right on the fence. He loves the top of this racetrack.
And I tell you what's interesting too, this 9 car. Look, this the modern race cars today. Look at when he drives through the corner. He's not going to hit the right front. He's going to hit the right rear. So that's what's so difficult. You can't see the right rear. You can see the right front. He's having to gap the wall with his right front, understanding the right rear is further to the right than the right front.
Pass for the lead happened, and Christopher Bell has taken the upper hand in the championship of the Xfinity Series. Tyler Reddick has fallen back to second now, and in a very tight battle here, Reddick hard into the wall.
Jeff, I was just telling you, I thought he needed to go to the top, and you said he can't. It's not ready yet. The next corner he did, he got into the wall.
Yeah, he's just got to wait. The car is too loose right now. It's just way too loose to run that wall. So Reddick, knowing Christopher Bell is coming, he had to go there. He just felt like he had to go there. He didn't want to give that spot up, but just went a little bit early. It's not over, though. We saw earlier, Tyler Reddick's car after 20 laps, 25 laps, that's when it loved the top. So this race is not over with the 9 car. I think it's going to get better as time goes by.
Little shove there out of the 9, and will he dive to the bottom of the track again? Christopher Bell in the middle of the track now.
Oh, that's not going to work. That's no man's land right there. He's going to come up and block him. Reddick's going to have a decision to make.
Had to get out of the gas.
Listen to him lift, trying to stay out of the back of the 20 car. He was all the way out of the gas on the straight.
And 1 second back, Cole Custer is drooling. He can't wait to get into this battle. He's closing into 1 second as these two battle. Another big slide by the 20.
Reddick, is he going to cross him over? No, he wants that outside. He doesn't even want to go to the bottom.
Stays up high, right up against the wall. And once again, Christopher Bell now with lap traffic at the bottom of the track. He can't go down there, and Reddick goes right by on the outside.
That was what he had to do. He had to get to the side of the 20 in the middle of the corner.
Real smooth up there, baby. Focus.
Focus is the word. Now it's out the windshield. The 00 is coming. 36 laps to a championship for Tyler Reddick.
When will they tell him about the 00? I wonder if he even knows the 00 is there. 00's got to make this pass quickly. Should be able to.
Cole Custer to the inside. He'll take second away from Christopher Bell. Now Bell up against the wall. Cole Custer will slide up the racetrack right in front of the 20 and now sets his sights on the 9.
And Christopher Bell seeing the championship roll away from him.
Okay, we're there.
15 to go.
15 to go.
It's 15 to go.
It
That's
was
my
15.
number. 15 or 10. Right now, 5.5 second lead. Okay, Tyler.
15 to go. That's a 22. Still great lap. Be smooth. Stay loose up there.
Stay loose.
Stay loose
I'm
up
loose.
there.
Trust me, I'm loose. but really, to me, 15 to go, 10 to go. Those are numbers. They're numbers that matter. So right now, yes, I think it is smart. You have a 5.5 second lead.
Right.
Let's give up 3/10. You give up 3/10 a lap, you're going to be fine. Get off that wall a little bit. Let's roll this thing to a championship.
Yeah, I think it's that point in the race. Dale Jr. and I used to have that. It was kind of a little bit of a code word. I'd tell him, that's fast enough. And we heard that. That means give me a car width. Just give me, and I'll tell you if it's not fast enough at that point, and I'll tell you to go back up there. Listen, I've been critical about Tyler Reddick and Dave Ellens. I've been critical that this kid, very talented, but he has to get the car to the finish. Well, he's getting ready to have me eat any word I have said all year long and just prove how much he's come. There have been races, Jeff, where he has made mistakes leading the race, and here he has put together, hands down, the best drive of his season, perhaps his career.
Christopher Bell's championship hopes officially over. They have a flat right rear tire from that contact with the wall. And he might spin out here, guys, but flat right rear for Christopher Bell, trying to limp it to pit road.
And the right rear coming off, the carcass of that right rear about to fall off. They have interliners at these racetracks. He makes it to pit road. Green still for Tyler Reddick. That's what he wants to see, a completely green last of this race.
Right side's only. Right side.
Tyler Reddick under 3 laps to go now, coming up on 2 to go from Miami. 2 more times around. 3 miles remain in the 2018 season. Tyler Reddick has a 6.5 second lead over last year's race winner, Cole Custer, who was so dominant. Tyler Reddick has led 42 laps, looking to lead 44 to win the race and the championship. Cole Custer in this race, who's currently running second, had led 95 laps. And now, 1 lap to go. Coming in as the underdog, Tyler Reddick has 2 career wins in the Xfinity Series. One of those coming at the biggest racetrack at the start of the 2018 season. He wins at Daytona. And for the final time, he'll work his way through turns 3 and 4. Not getting very far away from that wall, which has got him a championship. The 22-year-old is the Xfinity Series champion.
Tyler, great start to the season in Daytona. You got to win. You ran great all year. Up against the wall all night tonight was tremendous effort. We're extremely proud to have you as our champion. On behalf of the France family and NASCAR, we want to say congratulations to you, Junior Motorsports, Chevrolet. We're proud to have you as our 2018 champion. Congratulations.
Go ahead and step on up, get your hardware. Quite a moment for the 22-year-old from Corning, California. He had to travel further here than any other of the championship 4 drivers. You're not going to let that thing go. You just hold it anytime you want. Congratulations, but when we saw you cross the start-finish line, it's almost like the moment hadn't sunk in. What did you think? Had it not at that moment?
It seems like whenever things like this has happened in the past, whether it's winning at Daytona or just finding a way to win when I least expect it, it just doesn't really sink in. It's slowly starting to, faster than it did at Daytona the first or the second time, because I'm holding a trophy that's Xfinity Series champion. So it's just a great moment. This isn't going to be the year that, you know, the best car all year one. We had to fight really, really hard. I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of growing pains, and my guys just never gave up on me. This whole number 9 group, we dug down deep when it mattered most, and when the playoffs came around, we dug down and got it done. We had to run good, and we were consistent, and got to Homestead, and knew if we got here, we had a really good shot at getting this championship done.